Right. I got to get used to that. But hey, I'm going to go on ahead and just give a little chatter while I take care of some business. And why Cade is taking up most of the viewer space? Fail. Words fail me. Cade, you're supposed to be more subtle than that. You're a hunter, for Pete's sake. Just hang out. Just hang out in the front. Don't be crowding me. How you doing, everybody? Good morning. It's the Reluctant Gamer. I'm T. You can call me the T Monster. You can call me just plain old T if you want. And I'm also running a few minutes late. I don't want to say I overslept, but I think I overslept. No reason I should have. I actually feel pretty good at this new hour. And that reminds me, I've got to go and change my page and my settings on Twitch because I'm no longer at 5:45. I'm at 5. How we doing? How we doing? Good morning, everybody. So let me chat while I take care of this. If you're new to the channel, first off, thanks so much for joining me. If you joined me from a random search, I'd love to know about it. If you found me through another streamer, I'd love to know about it. If you found out about us here at the Reluctant Gamer from Danfinity, I'd really like to know that because Dan now shares the honor, the privilege, whatever you want to call it. Dan was my first, and you never forget your first. He was my first raid. I have now officially been raided, and could not be a happier dude about it. He is good people, Danfinity, and if you know him, then and that's how you found us. Great, I appreciate it. Oh my god, is that thermal? Is that thermal I see in chat? You cannot sleep? Oh dear God, I hope it's not because you're sick. Dude, I hope it's not because you're sick. Thermal, man. Now Thermal, this guy Thermal, who's on here, he is one of the three hosts. He is one of the three hosts that you hear on this podcast. Once I get it up and running, come on. Oh, chat, how you fail me. How about now? Yeah, how about now? There we go. Oh, man, I'm so sorry, Thermal. Well, I tell you what, my dulcet tones will probably put you to sleep. If you just want to put me on the background and just hang out, or hey, if you want to come running with me, we can go running in the Crucible, just chit chat a bit. I actually am glad you're up because there's something I want to ask you specifically. But before we get started, I want you to just take a look at the feed if you're new to the feed and see if you notice anything. And if you don't, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I don't have my glasses on. And I thought, oh, well, you know what? I could probably stream without my glasses. No big deal. Just that the Fallen, the Cabal will look a little fuzzier than usual. But then when it came to looking at my chat in my Gorilla setup, I realized, oh, yeah, this is going to be bad. So I know where my glasses are. They're upstairs. Just because I was running late, I forgot to put them on. So give me a few ticks. I'll be right back, and then we'll get started. Okay? Hold tight, everybody. The rain is gone. Yes. Much better. So, why do I call myself the Reluctant Gamer? Actually, Brandon, this is the first time I think you've seen this live. Why do I call myself the Reluctant Gamer? Well, I'm an award-winning author, as Brandon and Nick love to haze me about, but I am an award-winning author. Only in science fiction, not in nonfiction. But I I believe people know me more for my nonfiction than my fiction, which is a two-edged sword. And also, even though they know my nonfiction, they don't know it's me. People are stunned when they find out that I'm a For Dummies author, and it's podcasting for dummies. That was my big release last October. The third edition of Podcasting for Dummies hit the shelves, and we've been apparently doing really well. Wiley's been happy, which is good because of another idea that I've submitted to people, and everybody's very happy with the numbers there. But I'm also an award-winning author for my science fiction that I write with my wife, Pip Ballantyne. Now, she gives me grief, though, because we nearly missed our deadline because of Destiny. I was playing a lot of Destiny. Hey, and there's Ron.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Ron? Good morning. And that's Obi. That's Obi. Yes, you're right. You're right, Brandon. I will probably rebrand myself once I get to once I move this setup, the couch casting, over to the studio. But I'm actually glad both of you guys are on. We can touch base with Nick about this later. But I got a very interesting message from TD0013, who is also here on Twitch. So if you want to find out more about him, just go ahead and go to twitch.tv/TD0013. No dashes, nothing. Ding. So here's the thing, and then we'll jump into Destiny once we talk about it. So TD asked me last night how, or rather why, we on the show, on the podcast, have not addressed some of the shortcomings that Bungie has been contending with since the. Yeah, I thought we had too, but apparently we haven't been strong enough about it. And here was the example he gave us, because we were all talking about the Dawning. We were all talking about how much fun we were having during the Dawning. Mm-hmm. Not once did we talk about the Eververse controversy, where there was a lot of exclusive stuff that appeared to be only accessible through Eververse, and he was saying that we really didn't.
That's not true.
You don't think we haven't done that?
Well, no, the stuff wasn't exclusive from Eververse. If you did the Dawning activity, you could still get those gifts.
Right. And I think and I actually have the whole question upstairs, but he just noticed that was something that we didn't do on our podcast. And I wanted to know from both, since Thermal's here, and Thermal's under the weather, that's why he's up this early, Ron. But I just wanted to hear from you. I wanted to hear from you guys. I wanted to hear from you guys. Do you think this is something that we should cover on the podcast? And I have my own reasons as to why, and I passed them on to Kevin and Kevin TD, and he was like, well, that's fair enough, and he goes, and this actually I'm going to say that for winter if we talk about that on the show, but but I want to know, do you think that we are pulling our punches when we talk about Bungie and their approach to D2 and their and some of the shortcomings that hardcore D1 fans seem to be not so much as pissed off about, because you're always going to get that in the gaming community? Or do you think disappointed about that they're disappointed about in D2 versus D1? What do you think? Should we address that?
I mean, I thought we had been, but we could do a show focused on it.
But I mean, do you think?
I've always talked about the shortcomings about it being catered to the solo player. I've
right.
talked about the fact that, what they did with the Eververse, as far as we talked about how if you break down the stuff from Eververse, you don't get the same amount each time.
Right.
It gets less.
Right.
I don't know what else. I mean,
see,
we all know that Eververse is the microtransactions there.
Yeah.
It's cosmetic.
Yeah, I mean, there was a dude that popped up on, and I know we mentioned it on this stream, but there was a dude that popped up after the first hour of the Dawning, and said, "Well, here you go. What do you think?" I just did it all in 1 hour, and I don't know how many people called bullshit on this guy, but I was like, when I told you that story, Obi, you were the first out of the gate. You said, "Yeah, you had a lot of silver. You went to the Dawning. You bought the armor." Because there's no way you could have done everything in the Dawning and collected.
Every day was a different activity as far as a gift.
Exactly.
He couldn't have gotten the sword.
Right.
And also, the sword never came up as it was never offered through the store. The sword was never offered through the store. You had to actually do the gift to get the sword.
Right.
I know.
See, one of the things I told TD, and I think it's because I think it's because of the nature of the show. We have touched on some issues with Bungie. We have touched on that. We talked about Bungie's recovery after the whole 2 tokens and a blue thing. We've touched repeatedly, as Obi said, we've touched repeatedly on things like how do we feel about the solo player versus the team player, and catering to a more casual player than to a hardcore everyday player kind of thing. We've touched on all that on the podcast. Which, by the way, new episode is up, and we're pretty stoked about it. It's an interview with Phoenix Fatalist.
Another interview I'm not in, but okay.
Yeah, because you're not here. I'm sorry, Ron, but you're not here. When it comes to the interviews, there's so much we're coordinating visually. I guarantee you, Ron, when you're in town and we're doing an interview, you're in it. You are in studio. Otherwise it's just too much to coordinate. So you can be bitter elsewhere. I put on the wrong socks this morning. Oh crap. Put on the wrong socks this morning. Okay. I think I wanted my feet warm.
Wrong socks.
Yeah. Wrong socks, everybody. There you go. See? Wrong socks. Really good interview with a Ukrainian cosplayer and prop maker, and the armor. Like, just go to the show notes. Just go to the show notes and look at the galleries that we set up for her. It is just amazing, the stuff she's doing. But going back to what I was saying, the nature of Happy Hour from the Tower, and that's the podcast link. I'm going to go ahead and put it back up again for anyone who is just joining us for this pregame chatter. No such thing as wrong socks. I see that. The nature of Happy Hour from the Tower is that we are having fun with the game. Is that we're having a good time with the game. And I know there are other Destiny podcasts out there, and I am certain that they are all covering and just dragging through the mud the name of Bungie. Hey, Munch, how are you? Good morning. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that they're talking about that. They're talking about all this stuff, about Eververse, about microtransactions, about different stuff that's happening in the game, and I'm sure they are voicing their ire against Bungie. I don't feel like Happy Hour from the Tower is that podcast. I think Happy Hour from the Tower is a podcast that occasionally offers you different strategies, different insight into the game and how to play Destiny, both Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. But I also feel like Happy Hour from the Tower is truly just a celebration of all things Destiny. And because it's a celebration, we want to keep it positive. We want to keep it light. I think the biggest difference would be, okay, if you want a good laugh, well, if you want a good laugh at the situation, you watch either The Daily Show or you watch This Week Tonight with John Oliver. If you want, and you can still think about the current situation. You can still deal with the current situation, current events. But if you want current events and you want it hardcore and you don't want it to be light in any way, shape, or form, that's when you watch the news. That's when you watch CNN or you watch Fox or you watch wherever you get your news from. I think that's the difference between other Destiny podcasts and Happy Hour from the Tower. We're the John Oliver of the Destiny podcasts that are currently available. That's my spin on it. What do you guys think?
It's next to the fact that we don't use satire to highlight issues. We just go straight at it.
True.
Make sure.
True. Okay, so it's a bad analogy. All right, I'm trying. It's not even 5:30 in the morning, and I'm not even halfway through my cup of coffee.
I don't have an accent. Have accent.
But I did open one of the shows with "Welcome, welcome, welcome." Okay, pre-show, pre-Destiny banter is done. Let me see. What do I feel like? What do I feel like running with today? What do I feel like?
What do you want to do today? What do you want to accomplish?
Yeah. Well, I saw Munch earlier. I didn't know how available Munch was, and I don't know how available. Sadly, I don't know how available Thermal is either, because I know Thermal, you're probably sick. So throwing you into the mix and then having you run with us might be much. So why don't we warm up with some Crucible, and I think I'll warm up with.
May I offer a suggestion?
Yes, you may.
Is there something you need to accomplish in Crucible? Because I've mentioned in the past, or I've hinted that I've not done adventures on planets.
Oh yeah. We should go in and tackle some of these adventures. Why the heck not? Well, Brandon, and you know what? I think that's chill enough. Where Brandon said he was going to join. He's going to be mute, and that's fine, Brandon. Let's do that. Let's do some adventures just to kick around and have a good time.
Good morning, sirs.
Oh, there he is. There's the third one of the group. Mickey. Mickey, how are you, Mickey?
I'm good. Actually, I'm pretty good at the moment. So, all seems to work out even better than I expected. So...
Okay, hold that thought, Munch. I wanted to say I saw your tweet. I saw your tweet last night. Hang in there, bud. Hang in there. And I know you were saying, I saw the tweet, and just if you need to wrap, if we need to get on a private Discord channel and just chew the fat for a bit, or if you just need to get some sleep, I'm gonna give you the same thing that I told Mickey. You got to take care of you, all right? You got to take care of you, as well as your mom. Because without you, your mom's kind of freeballing it. So you do you. You take care of yourself, all right, brother? Love you, and just be cool, okay? Be cool. If you need to just lurk, you lurk, man. This is a chill enough stream where it if you're not here to moderate, I got Mickey watching my back. I got Obi watching my back, so I'm good, all right? So love you, brother. You take care of your mom, and of course, take care of yourself. Now to Mickey, I wanted to ask this: can we talk about this thing that's going on?
Not yet. I don't know who's watching the stream or who's later on watching something else, the
Fair
YouTube
enough.
or something like that. I'm not trusting all the other guys at the moment. But the thing I'm reading you about, it's they actually proved even, and it's better than I thought. So
That's good. That's good.
yeah,
That's good.
That's taking off a lot of pressure at the moment, and
That's good. Well then, so here's what Ron suggested, which is I think it's a terrific idea. We haven't done a lot of the adventures on the planets, and we kind of know, they're going to be kind of chill. So I know Brandon is kind of he's kind of under the weather. So Brandon, why don't you chill? Just kick back and let our dulcet tones lull you back to sleep, because you're a teenager and you shouldn't be up this early.
is this Brandon in the stream?
As in, Brandon's in the stream, but he's not feeling well. He can't get to sleep. Yeah, it kind of sucks. So, so as the three of us, let's go on ahead and let's meet up in orbit, and let's go on an adventure. I'm gonna bring in the hunter.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's bring in the hunter.
Going on a trip in a favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little Einstein.
This is what happens when you hit.
My adventures.
Which one is that? What was that, Ron? Yeah, what was that?
That was Little Einstein.
I knew it. You guys want to join up on me, or do you want to join up on Ron?
I'll join up on you so the chat's on you as well.
All right, all right, no problem, no
yep,
problem.
You
guys join up on me. Well, I'm glad to hear, Mickey, that we're off and running. So I'll give you guys my good news. I have.
Yeah, I'll jump on you, but you have to make me fire team lead because I'm the one with the adventures on my marker.
Oh, okay, okay. Well then we'll okay. That's fine. So once you join up with me, we'll go on ahead and we'll do that. Let's see. So I will go into the director. I'll go to the roster. And I'll go to OB. I will go to details. Promote to leader. Okay. So I'll give you guys the I'm gonna do the hunter today. So here's the good news. I have submitted my first 2 emotes for approval to Twitch.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very, very stoked about it. I wanted to show them off. I wanted to talk about them, but Munch refuses. He refuses to listen to anything about that. He wants to be completely surprised by them. And the thing was, I thought that I would get as a new affiliate, I was going to get 3 emotes, but apparently I only get 2. I get 1 when you're a new affiliate, and I'm assuming this is under the new rules that Twitch has set up. So, Munch, if you know anything different, please feel free to correct me. But you're allowed 3 emotes, but for each sub tier. So there's you get the free emote. No. I'm gonna wait. I'm not. You don't have to mute me, Munch. You don't have to mute me. But you get an emote for the default $4.99, and then you get another emote for $9.99, and you do get a third emote. But that's for the $24.99 slot. And I'm being very realistic about this. I'm only going to offer the first 2 slots for starters off, because I don't think anybody's gonna subscribe for 1 emote at $24.99. But what okay, here we go. So what's the plan? So what I did was that I submitted the first 2 emotes, and I'm just going to do $4.99 and $9.99 to start off with. If I ever unlock a third slot, my third slot's going to probably be something along the lines of what Evil Aura does, where he takes a portion of it and he gives it to charity. I just think that's a great way to handle that level of subscription, because I think that's kind of cool what he does. So we'll that's the long and short of it.
It's been so long since the black crashed here. I'll be surprised.
Is that a chest? That is not a chest. Oh, hey, dude, that's a fallen.
Wait, this is weird. I'm picking something up nearby.
Strange. I can't connect to chat.
What? You're connecting fine?
With my Twitch.
Oh, with Twitch. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Are you? If you're using the app,
There's a voice recording.
the app can be a little twitchy. The app can be a little twitchy.
But
Marv, good morning, Marv. How are you, man? Good morning. Have I done this one?
Welcome to chat room. Okay, with the phone it's working. With the iPad now. Maybe my iPad is
All right.
too old.
I want to. No. Oh, hey, guys, chest in here. Chest in here.
Yep. Planetary source, if you want to.
Yep. So that too. I want to say that I did this mission. I'm just gonna stay quiet about it because I do like this mission a lot. Ooh, another planetary source. Ooh. I'll say this. I think starting off the morning with an adventure is not necessarily a bad thing because it gets you warmed up for target practice. Let's see what else I got here to play with. Oh yeah, I picked this up on the. Oh, so I know some people were oh, hang on. More storytelling. Wow.
Oh,
this is a new toy.
You know him. You know Beanie, right? You still remember Beanie, right?
Yeah, I remember Beanie.
Yeah, he was he went into the hospital yesterday.
Oh shoot, is he good? What happened?
Yeah, he has pneumonia stuff.
Oh,
because,
pneumonia.
There is this flu nearly epidemic in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
And he got it. He's got it. He's really. Yeah, but he's all British about it, and
Of course he is.
it's
Let's see if we can find that satellite.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
The nurses, I really think, I'm really afraid for the nurses. Because he's quarantined and stuff like that. So where did you go with that?
I went over here. Come on, I'm on a pike and I'm shooting this captain point blank and he's not falling. Come on. Come on. So anyway, so I do have the 2 emotes. I have them submitted, and now I'm just waiting. I don't know. I've heard Munch was telling me that it takes probably up to 6 weeks for for emotes to be approved by Twitch. So we'll see if that's the case or not.
Send a message.
That transmitter is only 13% operational. I may be able to
And
execute
by the way, Munch, if you're still listening, your care package is leaving the country today.
Welcome to the tower, Guardian, where we have care packages. So some people were probably curious about the raid and how that went on Friday. So I raided with a really good dude named Dan Finity, and we had a great time with him. The way things ran on Friday were that we had a great start, but then Dan Finity's internet, and then the not just the internet, but the game itself started to glitch a little bit, and because of that, we had to basically say, okay, we're putting this on hold, and we're going to we're gonna resume this raid on Friday, Sunday, which we did. So it was Sunday we came back to the raid, and we had we attempted to finish it up. We got as far as Callus. And we were all very stoked, but then it was a good team. It was a solid team. Thermal was on the team. I was holding my own. We had great people we were running with, but I think the biggest problem was we were near the end. We were getting tired, but we were also just suffering bad luck. We were making our calls in the Shadow Realm. It was the first time both Brandon and I were in the Shadow Realm, and I felt like we did great. So I'm not sure what happened there, but we did not finish the raid. And oh, hey dude, how you doing?
That sounded like a better signal at the end.
All right. How about this?
use that noise as a greeting and or a war cry.
Well, it's possible
right.
that the Vex might remember what happened to the captain.
Okay. Whew.
Recall where he went.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, is he still there?
Yeah,
Man,
he just
this guy is just he just refuses to fall. All right,
It's a ransack captain.
all right. Well, anyway, I got this new submachine gun. Oh, this thing is a lawnmower. I love it. There we go. Booyah! Oh, and there's the chest. So it hops up. But It was, but would I do it again? Would I run with Danfinity again? Absolutely. Just had a wonderful time. And if anybody was curious how I met Danfinity, it's through that man Munch, who is currently online. He introduced me to Danfinity, and just a really good dude all around. So yeah, had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun this weekend. I had a lot of fun yesterday too, because it turns out that someone didn't get me the memo that we had this day off. Normally, last year we did not have. I can tell you right now, last year we did not have Martin Luther King Day off, but this year apparently we did, and nobody mentioned it to me. Or another work associate, because he pulled up at the same time that I was leaving, and I said, "Dude, don't even bother. Nobody's there. It's a ghost town." And I said, "Oh," we're like, "Oh, okay." So I took advantage of the time, finished up work on the podcast, which I like this rocket launcher. Ooh. So Ron, this rocket launcher, because I remember you were upset with me when I unfortunately dismantled a rocket launcher that had tracking ability.
The one with tracking, yes.
This one has tracking as well, the one I'm currently using. Kind of slick. And Ron has been real happy with it. But yeah, I got in a little extra fortnight yesterday with because I had an unexpected break in the day, so I was like, oh, okay, great. And yeah,
It's always good.
Always good to have an unexpected break.
Yeah, always good. Oh man, I just listened this morning to your podcast.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
Oh my God, you got Maria on the podcast. That's
yeah.
amazing.
Isn't her work amazing?
She's great. I saw the videos about the Sailor Moon shooting she was talking about in your podcast. It's
The captain is coming.
It's amazing. It's really great.
Right now.
And
Okay.
actually, it's quite. She lives nearer to me than to you.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's funny. Yeah, I am.
Kiev is. I mean, it's Ukraine, but it's there's no pond between.
I want to say then that means that that she must be also really close to Verena, because I know that because Verena often talks about, now granted Verena talks about going into the former Czech Republic. I don't think that's Maria's.
Something's up there.
Whoop.
Never mind. It's just a weird-looking harpy.
No, please pursue the weird-looking harpy. Remember,
There
you
he is.
said the captain is coming to meet you.
Hang on a minute.
Yes, but that's not the captain. I suppose
look it up
maybe
there.
he sent an escort
Yeah.
for us. but I don't
I think we need to go up this way.
Captain Jacobson was exceptionally kind to all robotic life forms.
Oh, let's try again. Come
No,
on.
you don't need to get up there. I think
You don't?
No, it's a mission complete.
Okay.
It was just to look up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. No.